And it was cut short, but hey, everybody, we are live.
Hey.
Official
Hey, what's up?
Zolocon 2025.
What's happening?
Live pre-show broadcast. And we have a host of people, as you can see. Frank Wojo, how are we doing?
Hey, everybody, doing well, man. Looking forward and excited for next weekend, for sure. I heard it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. We got Mike and Krista. We got myself. We got Frank Wojo. We got Bronx boy Kevin. We got Vinnie from Vince World. And we got Seth Buckley from Seth's Toyland. Why don't you go around the room, guys? Say hello.
We're going to start.
Everybody.
Don't everybody jump in at once.
Yeah,
Hey,
right?
Seth Buckley here. Excited to be here. Really looking forward to Zolocon. This is going to be my second one. Obviously, first one at the new location. I'm ready to roll. I got a lot of cool merchandise, a lot of cool examples of Toyland, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of my friends here again in real life.
Nice.
That's right. Mike, why don't you, Kevin, you want to say something?
It's going to be great. The show is fantastic. It's always been fantastic. I'm going to stuff as much as my car can humanly carry. And I just want to know how far that restaurant was from the new place.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's a good question.
We have a new favorite for you to try. It's a great area. There's so much good stuff around there. You're not gonna miss the old location at all after this one.
Wow.
I travel
Lots
a lot for food.
Lots.
So, yeah.
Lots of stuff around.
How about you, Vinnie?
Mike and
Vin?
Krista, you guys killed it the last show. I had a fantastic time. Seeing everybody in person is always great. You see them on the internet. It's just not the same though. Being face to face. And as far as Vince Universe goes, I mean, if you guys thought I brought a lot of stuff last time, I'm bringing all that, and I'm bringing some new stuff too. So looking forward to it.
Yes.
Cool.
Awesome. Very
cool.
good. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, why don't you and Krista give us a rundown, just like a general description of Zolocon, so the people out there that either haven't been or have been, can get a grasp of what we're talking about.
Sure. Zolocon's unique in the fact that the convention. Oh my God, it's me! Thank you so much. When I do this, I was on another podcast real quick, and I was having nightmares for the last 3 weeks because they did that, and I was like, and I woke up in a cold sweat, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm not on. But anyway, Zolocon is very unique in the fact that we want to put together a show that everybody could remember from like the 90s. So like if you can remember the 90s style of shows, you would have like the vintage, the heavy vintage, high-end vintage stuff that you would find, but also you had manufacturers that make toys. You have the comic artist that's there. There is just a series of amazing vendors also that carry some really, really awesome stuff. I mean, like some of these guys are on here already. Yeah, there you go.
There's Valverse.
Cool. Yeah, there's Valverse, but we also do exclusives for the show as well. So there's going to be a series of exclusives, and we're trying to make this where
very cool
for a local show to have stuff like this. We wanted to bring like the communities together under one roof now, because at one point you had to go to a separate hotel, as you guys can remember, and get everybody together. Here, everybody's going to be able to basically get out of their hotel room, go to the elevator, you hit the bottom floor, the doors open up, and you're at the convention. And that's pretty much the idea that we wanted to go with this and bring that community feel together.
Absolutely. I wanted this to feel like a staycation for everybody. I'm sure I'm not the only one that really can't get away this year to, go someplace else for vacation, but most people can just take weekends, stay overnight, maybe like Friday into Saturday or Saturday into Sunday, and just like have time to like be with their community, be with the people that are interested in things that they're interested in, and just be pampered a little bit, because we're at a casino. And not only do we have, the gambling for everybody that likes to gamble, but there are so many good restaurants inside of that building and outside of the building. We are in this super interesting area now. There's
Nice.
just it's a nerdy dream.
And the
I mean-
online the vendors room looks massive.
It's huge.
Oh, the
It
vendors room.
looks incredibly massive.
We were able to pick up another like I want to say another like 50, 60 vendors than we
Awesome.
normally have over at Zolocon. There are people that have come back that just they couldn't get a table before. And I think like every single person on that floor is an absolute star. We've got some, people that are names that you'll recognize. Like, you just saw Valiverse like shoot across your screen. You just saw Animals of the Warrior Kingdom, Skeletron, and Marauders. All of those guys, the independent companies, but there are people that are just kind of small business people that are also absolutely brilliant because they're lifelong collectors. They're fans
Awesome.
themselves.
Yeah.
Very
So they
cool.
tend to bring out the good stuff, and they know what the good stuff is, and they bring it out for Zolocon, and we couldn't love them more for it because they're the reason the show is a success,
Personally, last time was my first Zolocon, and what I liked about it was you created like a very almost friendly family-like atmosphere amongst all the people who were attending. There was no negative vibes or egos or anything like that. Everybody was genuine, and everyone really was just having a good time. So I'm excited to go back just for that fact, where people were nice and the atmosphere was nice, and it was just positive.
We have the best core group.
Seth,
We really do.
What's really awesome, and you'd mentioned the floor size with this, the pictures do it no justice. I'll tell you that right now. It's much bigger than what that looks like.
Mike.
It's huge. I mean,
Yeah.
when I was there
The-
last year for a show. It was like at least 2.5, 3 times larger. It's going to be a great show.
I'm
Yeah.
showing one angle. You're not seeing behind us in the angle.
Mhm.
You're not seeing. So there is so much potential for this, and I don't want to really get into that because we have 2025 to look forward to. Literally next week is going to be the show. The amazing part to this, though, is that there is tons and tons of potential for future stuff. And as we unveil all that after this particular show, you guys will start seeing a little bit of what the vision actually is, like for this venue, for the future of Zolocon, and as far as the exclusives and Space Heroes. Obviously, if you guys seen the exclusive that we're doing, so we have those guys. We're going to be teasing some of the new Series 2 figures at Zolocon. So we'll have some really neat things to show, and plus we're bringing a little bit of vintage also. So we're gonna kind of like go into that as well. But all I'm saying is that this is going to be a lot of fun. I guess the easiest way to put it is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, Chris, I saw pics of that exclusive, the skull guy. That thing is awesome looking, dude.
Oh, from the Four Horsemen? Or are you saying the Zolo one?
Yeah, the I think it's the Zola one from what I saw. Are you doing something with the Four Horsemen or something like with the skull character?
So we have a horse and rider set that we're doing for the show, which is Skullman.
Okay,
And
I think that's what I saw.
We have that, and then we have the Skullman that we just came out with the Warrior Beast. We literally just got this in about 2 weeks ago for the show.
Nice. Okay.
But with the Four Horsemen now, the ultimate exclusive is Headhunter. It's one of the characters that I created back in 2017 for the brand Warrior Beast that we do, and it's really, really, really awesome. In hand, it is a whole nother story. But yeah, he's awesome. I think they nailed it. They did a beautiful job with it. It actually glows in the dark, like the bones
nice.
and everything. In the hand.
Yeah, it
So
looks great.
Try to take a picture with it that does that. Yeah, it'd be cool.
It looks very cool.
I think it's a glow heavy. Everything we're doing right now is glow heavy. I think
Okay.
all the Realm of the Underworld stuff, the Warrior Beast stuff, and also one of the chimps is a glow in the dark chimp this year.
Who doesn't love glow in the dark stuff? I mean, everybody loves
Exactly.
glow in the dark stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm glad.
got you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah.
No,
wow.
no, you're good. You're good.
I'm glad, Frank, that you had a chance to actually go to the venue and see that.
Yeah.
Even before that, you actually were there when they actually did a Star Trek convention there, which I think is,
That's
which
wild,
is awesome.
man.
But it's one of
There
the.
you
Here we go. Yep, there's the Space Heroes there.
There we
That's
go.
that's actually series 1, but we're gonna have that as part of a loot pool. So the Claire ape is the build a ape. So you get the other. You would basically get one of each of those, and each one has like a part in it to build that interstellar ape. There's a whole story that goes along with it, and
Cool.
I'm gonna have to get a comic together pretty soon too, because we have. Sadly, this year we wanted to get Mike Grell because Mike Grell did the cover of the actual comic book that we wanted to release this year for the Realm of the Underworld series. But unfortunately, he fell a little bit ill and he couldn't make it to the show. But we're gonna hopefully be able to revisit that hopefully for a future show.
It looks like we've got the Purple Gang here joining us. Hey guys.
Those look really cool.
Yeah, that's like Valaverse. Wow, that's great.
So
great thing-
that's Valaverse's exclusive for the show. We loaded up a few pictures for you, but like we've got several people.
Oh wow,
my
Skeleton's
God, guys,
awesome too. I want to
That's
pick
awesome.
up one of those. That's cool.
that looks great. Yeah.
Tim
Yeah,
Barrett
very
did
cool.
the cover of that. Yeah, okay.
Skeleton
Yeah.
has a really good website, guys. If you have a little time later or you're interested,
I've checked it out several times. They make some really cool stuff. They do.
oh yeah, absolutely. They've got some beautiful photography on their site. Oh guys, this is Savage Crucible. This is one of their newer figures. They've got some awesome pictures of this up on their Instagram. But I didn't load this up and I regret not doing it. But they also worked with the Frazetta Museum on one of the most recent things that they released, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. He's got some really good stuff.
There it is.
Oh, there's the outside of our new home.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
I'm ready for a vacation looking at that.
So there's
That's
two
the
towers there
staycation I'm
too.
talking about.
I like that.
I could see my room.
So there's two towers there. So you're going to want to enter on the left-hand side. So when you go to the place, we're at the casino tower. You got to remember that when you go to the venue, don't go to Stardust on the right. However, I've been told stories that they're renovating that now. So the future is going to be both that and this hotel we're going to actually be able to have. But at the moment we have the left. And we basically have both of those in the future too. So, but yeah, you want to enter from the casino side, the casino tower. It's going to have like a little underhang. You go through that.
There's Marauders.
Marauders.
My scroller only goes whether I go backwards or forwards. It goes
that's fine.
One direction. So I didn't mean to.
I'll do a walkthrough too. I'm hoping to do a walkthrough once I'm at the venue, and I'll actually do a live video for everybody to see, like exactly how you get in, where are you.
There we go. There he is.
Yep.
He's sort of the man of the hour. We've got
who's this gentleman? This
Lorenko,
this
Jim
shield.
Franco, everyone, the one and the only. He's got something special planned for us. So we're doing a dinner with Steranko. And we got a little run through of what that was going to look like a few days back, and it's even better than we thought it was going to be. He's a dynamic personality. He's lived several lives to our one life. He's just, and that's saying the least about it. He has a million really amazing stories. I'm not even sure how he survived some of those stories, but he's actually planning to just kind of go through some of those great stories. And instead of doing all of this purely panel style, like I thought he was going to do, he's going to be spending a little bit of time with everybody's table at the dinner and taking the time to sign whatever people bring in for him. And I have a feeling that the dinner with Steranko this year is going to be really, incredible and kind of like a memorable experience for everybody.
Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to sit down and talk to the guy, this is the greatest opportunity to do so. You know, after many conversations with him, he wants to get out of the convention circuit too. So hopefully, you know, we see more of him, you know, out there. But I know that he has been kind of like he's local here in Pennsylvania, and as far as I could remember, there was a handful of times where you know, he was a little bit tough to find or get a hold of. So this is cool to be able to have him again for this particular show. But yeah, if you haven't and if you have the opportunity to do it and you can get there, I'd say it's really an awesome thing to be able to sit down and hear his stories. He's
We're gonna
awesome.
do that on Saturday night.
Saturday night. Yep.
But I'm definitely going to cut that off on Monday, guys, because at some point I just need to be able to give a final count to the casino so that their banquet people can kind of prepare. So Monday is kind of your do or die date. I'm going to wait until like the end of the day, but that's pretty much it.
Now, explain that to me, Kristen. Like, is that like something you sign up for? Something you have to buy tickets for? Where do you get tickets for that?
It is. It's a separate ticket because it really is dinner with Steranko. We have kind of like a nice banquet set up. You know, everybody is, you know, dinner is provided with that. It's going to be dinner and dessert. And then we're scheduled kind of like starting at 7 o'clock and until about 11 o'clock, but I put 11 o'clock plus.
Okay.
Because we don't really know how long it's going to go. We're kind of just going to do it until, you know, people are not interested anymore. But you can do two things. You can either jump online this weekend and you can get a ticket for dinner with Steranko, and that comes with a pass to the Saturday show.
And also you get an autograph with it too. You get he autographs one item.
True.
Yeah, also at the show for you. So if you have something of his, like a comic or something, you can get that. Sorry, Krista.
No, that's okay. That's a really good point. So it's the meet and greet, it's the dinner, it's the signature. JJL Collectibles is going to be there for our witnessing, and yeah, you just kind of get to like chill and hear lots of great stories. And then
if somebody wanted to buy tickets for that, where do they go? I mean, can they go to your website? Is it where they do it?
Zolocon.com. You can go right to Zolocon.com and get it. Okay. I want to just add one more thing, maybe outside of the whole Steranko bit. All of us are collectors at one point or another. We're toy collectors. I don't know. A lot of us.
I think the right term is toy addict, but go ahead. It's fine.
Yes, of course. Yeah, right. But some of us, you know, as far as displayability, I mean, obviously, I do protective cases. You know, I make protective cases. I've been friends with Chad Thompson of AFA for years. I haven't had him at a show just because I haven't had the opportunity to get him out to a show. And unfortunately, this year he just kind of missed the mark. Also, but we do have AFA. I will say that if you're wanting to get anything graded, I would say this year they're giving a discount, and you are saving so much money than just submitting something. Because usually when you submit something, there's, you know, you're paying the shipping back and forth, and you have to do whatever tier they're going to ask you to do. When you go to submit, most of the stuff, like a He-Man size figure, is $35 to grade. Now think about that. Think about the value you have when you actually go to sell that figure. Do you know what I mean? Like you're, and again, you know, you might not like graded stuff, but for the people that do, or the people that actually like want to get an upgrade to their collection, there's some people that I know it's like, oh, I don't want anything that isn't graded. You know what I mean? So you have that opportunity, but it's amazing to be able to do that and have it. And also too, any of the exclusives at the show, let's say you pick up an exclusive and you want to get it graded, they're doing 20% off that graded item. And every item that comes to them is 10% off, usually that's outside of the exclusive. So it's a really, really good deal. They're giving a killer deal right now for just Zolocon attendees. Nice. Obviously for
are they doing grading on site or?
They're not going to be doing grading on site because it's difficult for specific sizes. So they're going to have different size cases. So, but they're going to be, their turnaround should be pretty good with this. But yeah,
So they're going to accept whatever you want graded, do the paperwork for it. They are going to take it, they're going to take it off site because they have a nearby location, and they will mail it back to you, but they have, that's comes with like free insurance. So you don't have to worry about your collectible kind of being mishandled during or in the shipping process.
Cool. Very cool.
It's a really good deal. And again, what you see online and what people usually ask for, or even at a show, you notice that the value of everything is much more when they actually have it graded. And don't get me wrong, if you have stuff rare, like you guys do, you have all rare stuff. It's still gonna be a huge demand on that. But having them there is going to probably amp like even more stuff too. It's going to make people buy from you more to have them get them graded. And I've seen that time and time again at shows. So for the attendees that's watching, if you buy something from someone, you could literally submit it there on the spot. Don't wait around. Get it here at Zolocon from one of these awesome vendors that we have, and then take it right to AFA and get it graded. Or submit for grading and save that money. Save the money for shipping. Save the money. Yeah, it's great.
There you go.
There's the other side of it too. I mean, we have, we're working with two really awesome auction houses. So we've got, Hakes, and we also have Heritage, both of whom are kind of like known for doing, auctions for like high-end toys. So if you are kind of just like interested to bring, your figure over and get some information, head over there and you can find out what the process is to kind of have your stuff put up on auction.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent. I'm sorry. Was that?
Excellent. Cool.
And also, too, as you guys know, the Heritage is one of the biggest auction houses for comics today. Every time they break a record, it's coming from Heritage that you're going to see that. Now, obviously, Hakes is the other end of it for action figures. So you see both ends. So it's really crazy. But then Heritage also has some really, really amazing stuff going for action.
I think, wasn't Hakes the one who sold the Cardi Green Goblin within the last couple of years?
Hakes was Goblin, They do, and don't get me wrong, man. Sometimes too, you get some good deals from them. You get, we have auction places around here, and you get really surprised. But now with the online presence and everybody wanting the rare stuff, no, you can always have. They're always gonna be high value rare stuff, But they're great auction houses. If you want to submit something and actually, give you the whole rundown and the process and everything.
Frank, what you bringing this year?
What aren't I bringing? I'm bringing tons of. I'll have Lincoln Monsters. We're gonna have some Lincoln Monsters, some Parachute Men. We're also doing some target sets. We're gonna have that stuff. I'm gonna have tons of Mego. I'm gonna have more vintage loose Mego than I think I've ever had at any show before.
Oh wow!
So that's that's gonna be huge. And I'm bringing. Let's see. I'm gonna have some White Elephant toy stuff there with me. From Jason Schermeyer. I'm going to have Mego Corp, of course. Anything you can think of, from the last 5, 6, 7 years from Mego Corp. I'm going to have that with me. I'm going to have a ton of stuff. Plus, my daughter's going to be there with her minifigures too. So
that's right.
We're going to have a ton of stuff. So I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. Hey, Mike, Chris, I wanted to ask you guys, as far as like tickets go, are tickets still available for Saturday and Sunday? And if so, where do we go to get those? Can we buy them at the door if people need them at the door? What's the deal with that?
See, Mike just told me that's not a known. So yes, you absolutely can buy all levels of tickets at the door if you just want to do your purchase at the door. But you can also go online and you can buy your tickets in advance. And there's a few different levels of it. There's the Ultra VIP, which seems to be the most popular one right now, because that is the one that comes with, the Four Horsemen, Zola Worlds collaboration exclusive, the Headhunter.
Okay.
That comes with Headhunter. It comes with a weekend pass, so you get both days, and early access, which is 8:30. So you kind of get to see everything before everybody else does. We've got the VIP pass, which is also a weekend pass for both days, early access, and you get a Space Hero, which is our space chimpanzee action figures, which I love. I'm in love with them. And of course, if you want to just kind of like show up for the day, you can just come for Saturday or you can just come for Sunday. And don't forget, guys, kids are free on Sundays. So bring your kids. Come on, bring the next generation of toy addicts to.
There you go. Start them young. That's what I did.
Francis just answered the question, so I wanted to just real quick.
With the tickets, I mean, I'm sure your ticket sales are probably really brisk. I mean, as far as with the new venue and stuff like that. I mean, if I wanted to buy like a ticket, I mean, I'm thinking I should get the ticket now to make sure that there's tickets, I can get in. I'm expecting this thing to be like crazy busy. So.
True, guys. Yeah. At some point, like, there enough is enough. So get your ticket. I recommend getting your tickets now, especially if you want that exclusive, because that's a limited run exclusive. There's only so many of them. And we have a great deal of them gone at this point.
Well, advanced ticket sales, it takes priority over the day of sale anyway. So when you got the advanced tickets, we take care of all the advanced ticket holders, and then you're able to get in. But Francis just asked the question. I just want to answer that. The answer is a resounding yes. We actually have the whole bottom floor of the convention, and yes, it's not as cramped. Obviously, it's a huge 60,000 square foot floor that we have. So you're gonna have plenty of space to walk around and check this out.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have a lot more elbow room. It's not just a larger space, it's wider aisles, great lighting.
I mean, I thought the huge for what it was. It was a cool place. But this new place, from being there last year, the lighting was great. The aisles are great. I mean, and then how about like food and stuff? Is there anything on site for like food or anything like that? Do we have to go out, or can we stay right there at the convention?
You could stay
if
right
you
there.
never want to leave the building, you don't have to, because they've got several fantastic restaurants on site. And of course, we have and Frank, you can remember this from the Monster Show. They have a really great concession stand. So if you kind of just want to like grab something like while you're there on the floor, you're going to be able to do that. And if you want to treat yourself with a little drink, we're going to have 3 specialty drinks with, I'm almost afraid to say this, Mike, but there are going to be 3 2025 Zolocon exclusive collectible cups that those specialty drinks are going to come in.
There is. Provided by none other than Skeletron.
It's designed by like the one and only, yes. And I think they're going to be really popular. We've got like a cool, we got a color change one, guys. We've got like a hyper color one. We have a glow in the dark one.
Oh, he has glow in the dark one too.
There was a question that came up. Somebody asked about availability on the hotel. They were asking, are there any two bedroom rooms available for the hotel?
Our room block is closed right now, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean that there might not be a 2-bedroom still available.
Okay.
Tell them though, if you're going to contact a hotel, call them directly and tell them that you would like to try to see if there's any Zolocon rooms. I can't guarantee that just because our room blocks are closed. So we had a conversation with them just recently, and if the room blocks are closed, they're closed on the website, but there's a possibility you may be able to just talk to them and get in, but there's no guarantees here. So but yes,
if you find yourself stuck, just contact me, because I'll put you in contact with our housing manager that has been assisting us, Kelly, who's just been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, wonderful. So let me see what I can do for you, but definitely that's sales@zolocon.com.
There you go. Okay, cool.
And
cool.
I wonder if I can get Ben Conway on let me see if I can get permission from him to show some of those cool cups. It's a long shot. He's probably
Well,
Yeah,
make it a surprise for the show, I think, because if we haven't showed it yet, I think it's better off to show it for the show. Let people get surprised when they actually see it, because they are collectible. And I don't know how it's going to translate on here, so I think it's better
Yeah.
off to just have it in hand. And it's fun. I mean, like they're really cool, very cool collectible cups. That it's awesome.
a lot of you haven't met Ben Conway yet, but he is like one of the geniuses behind Skeletron, and he's responsible. He did the design for these cool collectible cups, and they're amazing. You're gonna be happy.
Now the convention itself is going to have like sections. For example, we're called the Mego block. This group of folks here.
I was just going to.
Right, we should talk about that, right? Like, who's that? I know. Vin's going to be my next door neighbor for sure. I saw that.
Yes.
Which is cool.
So it's funny that you said that, Seth, because I was just fixing to bring up that particular illustration so we can show everybody, because this year Mike and Krista there's a special section for special people, the Mego people, and well, actually that's not it. Anyway, why don't you tell them about that Mego block, Mike?
I want to just say this real fast about the Mego stuff, is that I want this to grow. I want to have more and more representation for the Mego community. And I do say this as the Mego community, because the Zolocon's a community-driven thing. I mean, we want to bring everybody together, and we want to do it every year. So this is something that I think is going to be absolutely awesome. And one thing I could honestly say is that you guys, hopefully the future again will have something for you, like to get together and stuff like that. But I don't want to get into that too much. But yes, so the Mego block is going to be comprised of, I'm going to say Mego 8-inch, knockoff 8-inch area.
Well, it's just a bunch of the Mego folks, basically.
Correct. Yeah, it's going to be a bunch of, yeah.
We're all going to be in close proximity to each other.
Yes, you're going to be
Exactly.
all by each other, and you're going to have, so it's going to be more, because we're going to try to keep it more community driven, like I said before, like where that area is at.
Somebody just blanked out. Okay. Oh, Frank.
Okay, Frankie. Yeah.
That's okay.
What time can VIP get in? Oh, okay. The VIP starts at 8:30 on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
We, as opposed to last February where we did Friday VIP, which is something that we're hoping to revisit for the future event. But it will not be.
I think Frank lost camera.
I see he's still here, but we just can't.
Yeah, we just can't see him. Yeah, see that.
Yeah.
You went invisible.
Frank,
Yeah.
Frank, you're here, but we can't. It's
went
nothing
dark.
on our end. Yeah.
I got a question for Friday. Setup. What, does it start Friday? What time does it start? What time can we start coming in?
Kev, you didn't get the orientation email.
10 a.m. Friday.
I had a big problem with my email and I didn't know, so there's a lot of stuff that I did not get in these past few weeks.
I'm gonna get you set up with that information, but you could
What is
probably
that?
come in at 9. Oop, what was that?
I don't know what that was.
Okay.
That sounded like a record going backwards.
That was the Frankenstein behind Seth.
I was having some big time technical difficulties. I don't know what the heck was going on.
I hear you, Karen. We don't see it.
Yeah.
So we're having. Okay, we got it. We got a relay going.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, really.
What the heck? That was
man.
Frank.
Frank,
Log off.
yes.
I think you're double. Hold on.
You double booked.
I think you were double. What the hell is it? What's the word for it? Double.
He's in stereo.
Yeah. You like to sing. There you go. There he is. All right, let's try this. Let's try this again. Technical difficulties. Frank.
Technical difficulties. We're good.
Think?
Check. Nope.
Check.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Well, maybe
Try
try
again.
the camera to work.
Hold
Because
on.
the echo might go away with his camera.
Yeah.
But
You're echoing, man. Try to log in and log off. Wow, that was weird. He kind of glitched out, and then let's see what happens. I just told him to log in and log off. Anyway, while he's doing that,
Echo Frank.
I don't understand. I don't know why that happened. It's got to be a. It's just obviously it's a glitch. So while Frank's trying to take care of that, I think he's just going to log off and log back in. Kevin, you were saying about the load-in time.
Yeah, the setup time. That if we were going to be able to do it Friday, how early?
Do you want to? So I'm pretty much saying like everybody come in at 10 o'clock with a few exceptions there, and if you want to come in at 9 o'clock, just because I know that you have a lot, and it might take you a little bit longer than everybody.
Yeah.
So if you want to get started at 9, you're totally welcome.
Well, I don't think we'll be there that early. Of course, we'll be leaving the Bronx Friday morning. Take us about an hour and a half to get there. So.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know. It only takes you like about an hour and a half to get there.
Yeah,
That's not
hour and a
bad.
half, 2 hours, depending on the traffic. Yeah, it's not that bad for us.
And that's from the Bronx too. So I guess everybody in the New York area. If you
it's 3 hours for me on the island, from Long Island to.
Yeah, because you're on Long Island.
Yeah, I got a 3 hour ride, but that's cool. It's within my range, so.
I got 6 hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The difference between this venue and the Fuge where we were just at, turnpike wise, is about 20 minutes. So you'll be 20 minutes different between. Yeah. But this is literally be able to see. You could see the venue from the turnpike as you're going. So it's actually pretty wild. Whereas the other one, you have to like zigzag, go into the go to that. Yeah.
It's going to be it may be a slightly longer ride for some people, but it's going to be a more convenient ride for everybody because there's no twists and turns. It's fairly straight route.
And if you're coming from the opposite direction, you're actually closer. So if you're coming from the Harrisburg or that area, you're closer. You're closer by like 20, 30 minutes, something like that. So it's a different difference of.
I know those of us coming from New York, it's a very straight run. My daughter plays. She plays at Valley Forge. Right. She plays flag.
Oh, great!
Oh, okay. So you're
I'll actually be out there 2 weeks after Zolocon for another tournament. So.
Oh, that's great.
Well, now you'll know a good place to stay.
Yeah.
So they're doing a Netflix for the future of this too. They're actually putting in a Netflix what is it, like amusement type thing, like Disney World?
Netflix House.
Netflix House, yeah.
No, they're not.
Two in the country, and King of Prussia has one of them.
Yeah.
What is that? What? A Netflix what?
Netflix House. It's going to be themed around like Netflix, like productions, and I guess like each one is just going to be like an experience that's themed out for whatever that.
Like the Tyson fight where it just glitched all the way through it?
No, I think they'll probably do better than that. I don't know. The first year they might have some issues, but
well, they're probably going to do stuff like their flagship series is probably what they're going to do stuff off of.
That's the word that I couldn't figure out. It's going to be themed around their flagship TV series.
Yeah. And what would that be? Walking Dead. Unfortunately, that's gone. Well, even though.
Well, that wouldn't be Netflix. I think stuff like
that's right, Netflix. Wait, Netflix?
I'm actually looking it up.
No, it is. What would be like? Oh, AMC, Breaking Bad.
AMC,
that would have been
AMC, yeah.
That would have been very child fun anyway. Breaking Bad.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
I was
so
I was on the episode of Comic Book Men right after Walking Dead, or the Talking Dead, I guess it was. It was the pilot episode of Comic Book Men, actually, with Kevin Smith.
that's right. Uh-oh.
Right.
Yeah.
So guys, it says
You were on the
not only
pilot
possible
episode
that
of
you-
that? Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
knew those guys, so yeah, it was just.
I was on episode 5.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, you guys will not have to fight with the elevator anymore.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh,
none.
yeah. Good
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, right.
You won't have to worry about that. No, we won't have
Yep.
to fight. Yeah.
So that's a good point, Krista and Mike. As far as like loading in for vendors, how's that different than than it was at Zolocon? I mean, at the Fuge.
You guys are
It
going to be
is-
so happy.
Way different. Like, it's a huge garage. There's a tunnel right there where you come into, and we're gonna try to like space it out in such a way where everybody is able to, get their stuff in. You basically load in, get out of there. It's such, like I said, it's such a different change that it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great for everybody. Yeah,
So there's a tunnel. Okay. So you drive into the tunnel slowly, everybody. You slowly drive into the tunnel. And then you just kind of pull off to either side, leaving the middle open for everybody that has already loaded out to kind of just like get through to park in the parking lot that's right outside of the tunnel. So you're all enclosed. If it happens to rain that day, you have, some coverage, which is
That's
great
great.
because we did not have that before. And once you get into that tunnel and you pull off to the side, you're loading directly into the floor that you're actually going to be exhibiting on. There's no steps,
That's
no
awesome.
need for an elevator. You really are just going to be able to roll everything right in. And don't forget, guys, they do not give you carts. So you kind of have to like bring your own things to roll stuff in with.
Yeah.
But I know that you guys are. We're so excited to be able to offer you a better experience than you've had before, and it'll just start with load in. I can't tell you that you're not going to be in a line. I don't know how that's going to work yet, but I know that you will not be on the struggle bus to get your stuff in.
That one's for Seth right there.
Well,
Oh, we have more Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
so my
That's
earbuds
my spirit Halloween decoration.
died because of all that early prep, so I had to throw in some headphones. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it too loud? Because this is like I had to just wire a mic up.
No, it's perfect.
I got a mixing board right
I
here.
have you right here next to me.
Yeah, that's why I don't want it to be too loud. Like I really too close. So yeah. So unfortunately, you'll never find. No, unfortunately now
Yeah,
I've got. All right. Oh, everything's good. All right. So. Oh, did I interrupt?
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, your microphone sounds great.
So.
But as far as loading is concerned, you guys are going to absolutely be thrilled with it. And like Krista said, it's not like there's not going to be a wait, because I think that there's going to be maybe a slight wait in there. But we're going to try to move everybody through as fast as possible. We should be staffed out pretty well for that.
There's about 250 tables worth of exhibitors loading in, so there's going to be a little bit of a wait, like getting into the room, setting up. But once everybody is set up, you're going to.
What time can vendors actually get there, guys? As far as what's the setup
It's
time?
going to be from 10. It's going to be from 10 to 7 is what we're looking at, but it's just for vendors. And I just want to reiterate that every Zolocon I've done, I've always put out a statement. I'm going to put out another one coming up. And the reason why the show is so popular is because we try to be on the side of our VIPs. We have many VIPs that sign up to this event, and we just don't want other vendors to basically get other vendors in to buy out the show. And that's what we try to prevent every year. I know it's something that a lot of other shows don't do, and they always say that, but the fact of the matter is that, like, this is why the show is so amazing for people, and they've always talked about it year after year. And it's one of the things that we will stick with, because, like I said, it's one of our things, I think, that make the show great for people that are collectors, that are, and that's why we get so many people. Right now, where we're sitting at is we're probably going to have uptick in VIP attendance this year, just not only just because of the new venue, but because of this particular rule that we have in place, that people know that there's a possibility they're going to get something awesome when they're there. But yeah, Fridays for for vendors only. So that means attendees can't come on Friday. We want to basically have the floor for you guys, and then also yes. So if people are bringing helpers, we want to know who they are. Like that's another thing too. It's like it's something that we always ask to have that information on hand, because it just helps the show move along a lot faster. Lets us know who's there, that type of thing. What's going on, Art? Yeah, it's awesome. Hopefully we'll see you, man, 1 year setting up to this. I'd like to see your stuff. So it's something that we do. Now that's not saying that the future show, because my goal for this show is to actually have a Friday attendee day, like we did last. As you can remember, it's like in February of last year, we did a Friday deal, and I know attendees were like, they loved it because they were able to get their action figure or whatever and get in. So it's something that we want to do in the hopefully for the next show. It's something we're actually going to work on to do that. But for this particular year, for the next show, for our first show here at the location, I just want to make sure that everything kind of moves forward a little bit easier for everybody. And that's a monkey wrench we don't want to throw into your guys' stuff just right off the bat. So, but having a Friday that actually has people come there too, it's a good opportunity for vendors to actually, do good too on that day, especially with the amount of VIPs that want to come in. So.
Oh, Seth, that was a question for you.
What's the name of Seth's booth? Okay, Matt. All right. Seth Buckley's Toyland is the name of my booth, and I'm booth number 129, if that helps.
And I like walks on the beach and lemonade.
So I'm bringing a whole bunch of awesome stuff. I mean, it's all, I don't own a store or anything like that. If you've seen my episode of Comic Book Men or Collector's Call, then you know that it's just a big toy collection that I've amassed throughout my life. And I finally got to the point where I can start to part with some of it. So I'm bringing a lot of amazing stuff. I'm bringing, of course, a lot of vintage Mego carded items still. I am bringing some really nice Micronauts, 1 million BC, Dukes of Hazzard, things like that. I'm bringing, you mentioned Skullman earlier. I'm bringing a Remco vintage Skullman carded. And let's see what else. Good. I'm bringing Color Forms 19, I believe it's 68.
Look at him there.
The Color Forms Outer Space.
Who is that young man?
Yeah, that's awesome. They were so cool. The day I shot my episode, all of them were super awesome. It was a totally fun experience. A Comic Book Man. I hope to see you guys come by my booth. I got a lot of good stuff. I'd like to hear what you thought of. If you've seen my episode, come by, say hi, and buy something.
You had awesome stuff. I bought your Remcos the last show, man.
You did. You got a few of those.
I look forward to see what you have. You're going to be in the book too, man. Your stuff is going to be in the book that I'm writing for the Warrior Beast. So that's
cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I always like to credit the people.
Yeah, I'm bringing a few more of those Warrior Beast carded. I have a couple loose cool things like loose Terran from Super Joe, and I'm bringing Sucker Man and all sorts of cool stuff from the 70s. Shogun Warrior.
There you go.
Should be some good stuff.
Where's Justin at with this, Krista? He should be hearing this right here from him because he wants to buy some Warrior Beasts. So I haven't come by your booth for sure.
Justin,
I have a few
Heritage
of them.
is going to be interested.
Heritage, I'll get him. He's a guy from Heritage.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Look
forward to meeting
him. Him the other time, did you?
No, I don't think so.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he's a
weren't
big
able to
Warrior
make it.
Beast collector.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. There's the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, that was actually from a scene that was edited out of the final episode. That was a cutting room floor shot.
Yeah.
Aside from the $6 million man figures, the whole rest of the episode focused on Mego.
Nice.
So,
yeah, it was a good episode.
Thank you
for sure.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
What is everybody else bringing? Oh, hey.
Look at that.
That's a great shot.
Unfortunately, a lot of that stuff ends up on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
We did Toy Hunter in my house. 8 hours worth of filming for 15 minutes.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's some of the
You gotta
best.
be kidding me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what you bringing, bud?
Yeah, let's hear it,
I'm
Kevin.
bringing just about every Mego superhero
Nice.
you can find, vintage. I will have some new stuff, but my stuff is vintage Mego heavy. Superheroes. We'll have some apes. We will have some Star Trek. We'll have a little bit of everything.
Your table at the last Zolocon, Kevin, was a spectacle to look at. It was incredible to see like 100 Supermen all next to each other. It was overwhelming to see that.
Yeah.
It was
It's
Thank
like
you.
double the size now. You've got like 20 feet across and 10 feet back to fill this time. So that's
I know. I was worried. I was worried.
You got a lot
But
of space.
coming, seeing everyone's setup that's here. If you can't find something that you're looking for, then you're probably not looking in the right place. But because everybody has something here that you will want, they have fantastic setups. They have great pieces, so you'll do well in our section.
yeah.
No doubt. Yep.
If you're
For
looking
sure.
for 8-inch, I'm just going to say it. This is going to be top tier 8-inch anywhere. You will not find this anywhere else this year. I could tell you that. Not all under one roof. Some of these guys don't even do shows. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I have some people that are just particularly just do Zolocon. They don't do any other show that's out there. They say, you know what? You're the only show I do. And people come out just to see these people. So
I've been putting stuff together for a couple of months now, and as you can see,
nice.
if you look,
Yeah.
this is all new stuff. None of this stuff was here last year.
Hey, I never had one of those Walton's trucks. Do the figures fit inside of it?
Yes, they do.
They do. Okay. It's hard to tell from the box because it looks so tiny.
They do.
this is great. Oh, this is great. This is really great.
Speaking of Waltons, the General Store's coming as well. Real hard to find. I got a mint bat cave. There's the truck. I got a lot of play sets coming, and I got a lot of newer for me, but vintage. You know?
Right.
So,
This is great. Oh, this
Very
is really great.
anyway, so now how do I get out of that? Getting really creative here with the overlays. I figured because I'm afraid to go off and get pictures from another source and then have something crazy happen and I click myself off stream because But,
I think the one good thing about this group is all of us are different, and we're all in the same section.
Yep.
Kevin and Seth have the vintage. Frank, Scott has the vintage. Frank has the new Mego stuff, and then I have the stuff that Mego doesn't make. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of custom heavy.
Yeah, speaking of
Got
that,
a lot of actors. I mean, Burt Reynolds, Dirty
Great
Harry,
custom stuff. Great custom stuff.
Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
I got a lot of
Absolutely.
Captain Action coming too and Kid Action.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
And then when I was having technical difficulties, you guys were talking about who else was going to be there. I don't know if you mentioned, but people like Todd Broadwater from Figure Fiend Toys. John Coe's going to be there as well.
Yeah.
Brian Heiler, Mego Museum, Toy Ventures, Plaid Stallions going to be there. So, bunch. This it's going to be a great show. Yeah, Tiny Plastic Men.
Tiny Plastic Men.
Oh, Figure Fiend now, guys.
What about Brent?
Tiny
How about
Plastic
Brent?
Men
Is
is
he
now
coming?
Figure Fiend.
Figure
I think.
Fiend Toys. Yeah.
No, Brent. Well, see, it's funny that you say that because I was actually waiting. We're not going to get him on here. Not only is Brent coming, but I'm going to have some of his stuff in my booth, and then him and Daniel Roebuck are going to come and hang out with us for a little bit.
Oh, sweet.
They were supposed to be on tonight, but that's who my special guest was, and I was waiting for him to come on. But guys, it's 8:55. I think Frank, how much longer do you think you want to go on this?
I mean, if it's up to you guys. I mean, I'm wrapping up soon. If you want to go around the horn and wrap it up, whatever Mike and Chris, that's fine.
I want to ask one more question to Frank. when
Yes.
you said you're bringing White Elephant toys, what
I'm going to have from some of Jason Schermeyer, White Elephant Toys. I'm going to have some of his Adventure Command stuff there with me. I'm going to have some of his monster figures with me as well. Some of his Vampire Bride stuff like that he
any
does.
apes? You got any apes coming? Action apes?
I'm going to have some of that stuff. Yeah.
I'll be stopping by. I'll be definitely because
All
I
right.
wanted to get them at the last show, but I don't think you had any. Or
Okay.
he didn't.
Yeah. I'll have some of his,
so yeah,
I'll
it would
have
be
some of that
really
Action
cool.
Ape stuff there with me too. I sure will.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hopefully, hopefully we see him in the future come to the next one too. You know, like
Yeah,
he's awesome. You know,
Yep.
Yeah, this.
cool.
Yeah.
Did you say Steve? What about Steve Stovall?
No, I mean, not that I'm aware of. No. I mean,
And
there's
Jason,
guys.
no, Jason's because I talked with Jason.
No.
And so Brian is going to be there.
I have no idea. I mean, as far as I know, yeah.
Well, I hope so because that's the other thing. This is now we're the guys. We've got the vintage and Frank's got the new. But let's not forget the Mego block wouldn't be the Mego block if it didn't have Plaid Stallions, if it didn't have Toy Ventures, if it didn't have the
Right.
Mego Sam, with,
Yep.
with you know,
Yep.
Brian Heiler and Steve. Oh my God, sorry,
Yeah.
Steve.
I mean, we can thank Brian for all of us kind of
Oh, yeah.
meeting in the first place and,
Oh, yeah.
and coming together.
Brian,
Yep.
Mark, Huckabone. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we cannot
Mark
forget
Huckabone.
absolutely
Huckabone.
Mark.
If it wasn't for, I'm going to tell you guys, if it wasn't for
Frank.
Huckabone, I don't even know if I was going to.
You're the one that vouched for
and
Zolocon.
Frank down here, Frank and
And
Mark.
don't
Yeah,
forget
absolutely.
this.
Yep.
Don't forget this. Remember, the same weekend of Zolocon also happens to be the Toy Fair, which is just for
Toy Fair.
And that's where Mego is going to be this year. That's where Paul
Yep.
Clark is. Otherwise, you better bet you Paul Clark would have been holding
Yeah,
court right at Zolocon.
I talked to Paul today, actually.
Yep.
I'm going to be repping Mego Corp at Zolocon, but Mego Corp
course.
will be set up at Toy Fair, and they're going to be at booth 3438, and that's
There
the
you
same
go.
weekend as Zolocon. So if you're up there at Toy
Yeah.
Fair, check out Mego Corp. I think Marty's going to be there. Bruce is going to be there. But again, that's booth 3438 at the New York Toy Fair 2025.
I'm
I think that'd
hoping
be-
to see those guys come to the 2026 show. If we
Well,
went-
that's what I'm saying. That your
Yeah.
dates will now not conflict, and I
They will not be conflicting. No, they will not.
Yep.
No,
they'll be
this
there.
was a fluke this year.
Yeah.
We have several manufacturers that couldn't make this show, and I'm talking like top tier. I can't make any announcements, obviously, but I could say that like they're so top tier that people would be busting down the doors to get that. So next year they're already confirmed to.
That's
come.
exciting for next
So,
year, even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
really. Yeah.
and like I said, I don't want to look past this because this is going to be such an amazing event. Okay, and look, let's face it, you got to come to the first. If you're on the fence and you're thinking about like, oh, I don't know, come to this. This is literally the next evolution of Zolocon. Like this is going to be so much fun. They're going to talk about it all year, and they're going to want more. And it's I just cannot wait. It's going to be super exciting. I'm excited now, and it's a week away. Yeah, so it's cool.
Yeah. Can't wait, man. Really can't wait.
I'm excited too.
And I think that one of the biggest thing too is just getting together and seeing everybody too, face to face. Like I think Vinnie was saying and Seth was saying earlier, just to see everybody is really cool. So can't wait.
Right. You spend all these, I mean, me personally, spend so many years online. I mean, Scott, I've been talking to online for, I don't even know, more than 15 years.
Right.
And it was great to finally put a face, to the voice. And
Yeah.
it's just awesome seeing people who are like-minded. And I'm just really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Plus,
Good times. Good times.
plus, Mike and Krista is the best. Krista is the best.
Yes, she is.
Krista is if it was medicine, it would be that cure-all.
Krista is the man in the chair.
Christia, they call it.
There you go, man.
She's the woman in the chair.
Yeah.
Right. It's like the Wizard of Oz and behind the curtain right there. You got the wizard and behind the curtain.
Oh no,
Yep.
no more compliments, please.
Yeah.
None.
I know I personally have Meg Krista about
You guys make it all
stuff
easy.
that I messed up. She makes everything perfect. Thank you.
Believe it or
Oh.
not, man, when you guys question her, I'm questioning her 3 and 4 more times than that. So we're on the same page. Yeah, absolutely awesome.
Thank you guys. You make it really easy, honestly. You all take it easy on me. It's fine. I'm happy to help however I can.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep.
So I don't know. I don't see. I don't. Here's my real dilemma. So obviously, the plan is like, well, we're going because we're going to make money. Yeah. Well, that's not. That's never really played as. I'm just trying to, because now I'm like really comic book heavy, and I'm telling you, comic books is like, it's like nitroglycerin. All you have to do is boom, and you're broke. I mean, it's just that easy.
Dude, that's like for me. I gotta make sure I gotta stop, because I can spend just as much money as if any money I make there. I mean, I'm gonna be spending money too. It's like, oh my god, I want that from
I mean, that was hard for me. I walked around like I don't see that. I don't see that. I'm trying to avoid seeing the amazing stuff that was there, just because I didn't want to.
Guys.
I didn't want to blow
We're
everything.
for you this year because JJL is going to be there.
I took home a couple pieces.
Yeah.
Why not? You put me across from Mark Hucklebone, and
right now,
I don't know who that Star Wars guy was right across from me. Right in front of you, Seth.
Lou.
Yeah.
My God, I've never seen so many rare pieces owned by one
He's
person.
going to be back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
like
Sorry,
10
yeah.
final Cape Jawas. I mean, it was insane.
You're right. He
Just-
was right across from us last year.
Yeah.
Right. Just to look at that in person is just mind blowing.
He pulled out a Beanie Baby tub, the 2-part tub, and it was all filled with yak faces. He's like, "Here, take a look, girl."
Wow.
I was like, "What? How? Like, how is that?
Crazy.
I don't understand."
He's just kind of famous for that. It's like Kev
Yeah.
said earlier, like if he doesn't have it, you're probably not looking for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably does.
Will he be there again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
absolutely.
he's
With a
here.
much larger booth than he had last year too.
Yeah, he's gonna have a larger space to kind of play with.
Wow.
Mark is gonna be up front. He's gonna be closer to the entrance this year, like kind of right behind us.
Just
And then,
get them right when they walk in. Boom.
There's no. Okay, so put it this way, and in closing, I should say here because we're getting a little bit later, but this will definitely be no flat spots. What I mean by that is that if you're looking for there's going to be vintage scattered throughout the whole convention center. There's going to be manufacturer scattered. There is no manufacturer. Like you'll see some manufacturer sections, but there's no actual section. So we'll have Savage Crucible. Harbinger Studios is going to be more of the back. We're going to have
And like I said, tattoo artists too. You have people giving tattoos. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Heritage, AFA, so everything is spaced out, like where everybody can explore
wild.
everything.
A serious question. I've been asked to find out: is there a massage thing? I'm serious. It's serious. I mean,
No, but like, why do we not have that? That's a great idea. I love a good massage chair.
Weird, like people like. I'll
There
make
you
it something based on somebody with.
We could
like,
probably
chronic
get one in
back
there next year,
injury.
like in the convention center. We could probably do something, veil it out, like pipe and drape it, so people ask questions. What's going on back there? And it's like, yo, I don't know. You know what I mean?
That'd be wild.
All you can hear is like kind of grunting and stuff, right? Because as people,
But
it's like,
what about this?
Grunting.
Can't
What kind of
you
massage
get,
parlors are you going to?
the people
I
that
don't
make
wanna-
those chairs? Hey, the people that make those massage chairs. So there's always like new ones on the block, right? So you say, hey, here's the deal: you bring 8 of your chairs. You can advertise at my, phenomenal event for free,
Oh
and the
man.
chairs everybody gets to sit in them and try them out. It's like free advertising. You can't go wrong.
Oh guys, I don't know where I'd put that many of them. Like we are
Yeah,
packed to the
we're at
gill.
capacity,
We are,
yeah.
we are
Right.
literally
Yeah.
at maximum capacity. Like I thought that we were gonna have some like more empty spaces in this new place, and it
Nope.
filled up almost immediately.
Well,
like we
if I
had
ever
to
got
actually
chance-
open another section. To
If
get
I ever
out.
got chairs, I'll tell you this: I'd veil it in and I'd buy lots of grapes and have people like just feeding people grapes, like as they're getting massaged.
Well, the rumor is you brought in that tattoo guy. So if we all got Zolocon tattoos,
I got a
You're gonna
spade
give us
fair.
10% off our future table.
There you go.
And listen, and for people that don't think they have enough money, just remember there's also a casino. Like
I was just about to say there's a casino there.
you
So.
might be the richest person in the world. You just don't know it yet.
There you go.
That's a nice idea. You
Yeah.
just don't know it yet.
The silly thing is, I'm really thinking that. I'm thinking like, $50 if I win. Maybe I win a couple of grand, and I could take that. Nobody could say anything. I just
Oh,
won.
could you
Not
imagine
losing
if
our
somebody
audience.
hit like a big
We don't want our
jackpot
audience to
at
be
Zolocon?
gambling.
Right, exactly.
What?
Save your money. Save your money for the show. Whatever's left over, then go and
Right,
gamble
do
on
that Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sunday,
that's-
there you go.
it.
Yep.
Sunday at 5. You can gamble all you
Right.
want.
Yep. For sure.
All right, so it is 9:05, and
Okay.
I have chili calling me. If you can, chili.
There you go.
Oh, you've been trying to eat your dinner for the last few hours. Yeah.
Listen, so now it what do they call it? It's simmered. I hope.
Yep.
Wife, I hope
Yeah, that's gonna be some good chili.
It's gonna be a reheat. But
There you go.
So I'm just gonna start. We'll go around real quick. I've been planning this for 6 months. No, actually, I lie. I've been planning this since Zolocon was over this summer. I've been talking with Frank about it. At least once a month. Before. I've this is like I've been telling you guys. If this is what I know it's going to be. This will be my thing, my one little thing that I do, and that's it.
That is much
like
appreciated.
like the trip to the cabin, except for it'll be a trip, because it's got everything that I want under one roof, So, and 6 hours is nothing to drive to have some kind of fun like that, So I'm
Oh,
really looking forward to seeing all you guys and hanging out for a couple of days and spending money, having good times.
I want to say that I do apologize, and I speak on behalf of Zolocon in general. That we were trying to put together something for you guys, so we'd had something concrete. It just took us a little bit to put it together, just to because there was a lot of back and forth.
yeah.
Yeah,
You did fine,
unfortunately,
There was a lot, up in the air, and then we honestly just ran out of time.
yeah, that's the thing you don't have the luxury of. That's the beauty of doing one show a year now. And you get all year to promote
Yeah.
this instead of like just a few months. And
Right.
was what I think the summer show was what was it, Krista? Like 4-month promotion. We didn't even know we were going to run that show, guys. We did not know we were going to run that show.
No.
It was
Wow.
it was so far up in the air. There was a lot of red tape behind that. There was a reason why that was our last show. Like there was just a lot of things that went on there that
How
I'm
many
not.
Yeah.
have you guys done together? Just
Huh?
out of curiosity, how many shows have you guys done together? Just you and Krista.
Since 2022.
No,
So,
well, you're the reason why I even did 2016 over at the Fuse. You're the
So
one who
if-
got together as okay. So that would
if
have
you
been.
want to count that, then yeah, we've been
I would count. I'd count it from 2016
shows
on
together.
up. Yeah,
because
I think it was 11.
yeah.
11, about 11 of them, I think. 11 or 12.
Oh,
Because the last one was our
yeah.
12. Yeah,
Oh, you might be right.
yeah, it would have been
I
our
would
12.
have to count that, but how long have we been just working on like the Zolocon like this, where like I was
Oh
kind of
yeah,
taking
the
over
summer and stuff.
the
Yeah,
I basically do the administrative, like,
Mhm.
the kind of back end of it, guys. And I've been doing that for Mike and his family since 2022.
Wow.
And we have, so is this our 6th one together?
yeah.
Either our
Those-
6th
yeah,
or
I
our
think it's
7th
like
one
six.
together
Yeah,
with me
they're-
kind of supporting the Zolotoros. Yeah.
The neat, I think the neat part of this is that like I said, it would give us, we have just a little bit more time with this one, but the following show we're going to have a lot more time with and kind of prep and playing with it. This was kind
Yeah.
of like, I don't want to say rushed, because it was definitely not rushed, but the summer show was more rushed than anything that we had to
Yeah.
put together,
Were-
and
were
it
you
was
guys-
just a lot of, it was a big mess.
We literally found a new venue and made
Yeah.
plans for the show in like 4 months.
Yeah, we had to. It was literally, and
It was
there,
a
we
tight
didn't know.
turnover.
We didn't know if we were going to run it. I mean, literally, we were on the brink of canceling it back and forth. It had nothing to do with the sales of the event or the vendor. It had nothing to do with that. It was just clearly
Yeah. Not having a home for the summer show was one of the big factors in deciding not to do it again.
Mhm.
And also just, Mike runs a full-time company with Zolo Worlds. And I have like my own life, my own career. It was just a lot on both of us, and that's why we decided just to combine shows, and all of a sudden we had the opportunity to take everybody and put them in one space at one time because this new space is absolutely humongous, so it just kind of made sense.
Yeah, and then, like I said, the timing between that show and this show, we're going to have much more timing between what we plan on doing after this. But yeah, for what we're seeing so far, the feedback has been absolutely ridiculously huge. It's the number one talked about show right now. Like everybody's talking about it over everything else. And that is amazing. The buzz on this is like super crazy. So we can't wait. I mean, I can't wait. And I think it's going to be talked about all long after it too, just because of the venue, because of what's being put together. So what I'm basically trying to say is when you come to this and you see this is a culmination of like 4.5 months of planning. Mm-hmm. Imagine what we can do in a year of planning. And that's all I'm saying. Like, so you see this, you're going to go, wow, okay. And you'll kind of get the idea. We have so many people that we had to turn away for this because we just didn't have room for them. And this is a steadily vetted convention. Yeah. This is something that we're not just filling tables because we have to fill tables. Even though it was a huge space, we're doing it because we want to put something together. It's going to be extra special for everybody. So
gotcha.
There you have it. But yeah.
But we're definitely, this show has lots of good stuff.
I want to thank both of you guys. You put on a tremendous show. Before we started doing Zolocon, we started hearing about this Zolocon. Zolocon, what's Zolocon? They're like, it's only 45 minutes from where you live. I'm like, I got to check this out. You guys do not disappoint. Let me tell you. So, thank you.
I heard about the convention for
so
a couple
much,
of years before I finally made it to one, and I was more than pleased. It was a lot of fun, a lot of incredible merchandise. So, I mean,
we were at the summer show.
Yeah.
You guys haven't experienced the winter spring show yet. Wait. I'm telling you, dude.
I know.
It's wild.
I'm very excited.
This show is crazy. Yeah.
Yep.
I hope it's crazy for you guys. I do. I hope it's the absolute best experience.
Trust me, it's already been crazy and it hasn't even started yet.
Right. Yep.
It's already a win.
I appreciate you guys bringing us in too for this. This is awesome.
Exactly. And you know what? It just reminds me, we've got our own little space now. I think that's just so cool. It is.
Yeah. We can let's keep the Mego block going.
Make it bigger.
Make it bigger. I mean, you could put me down next year already. So
yeah,
we want it to grow.
You always have a good time in the Mego block because you're surrounded by excellent people. So,
well, let's make it bigger to the point where we almost have like a full on room for you guys. Would be awesome.
I don't want to discount or not include anybody else that any other toy line people and stuff like that, because the cool thing is like when we're all together, we can with all of our combined whatevers, now we're just a plethora of information, and vice versa. Now we get because there's nothing better than walking into somebody else's world. That's why I'm full comic book this year.
Yep.
That one guy who was at Zolocon, he had one book. It was like, I think it was the 4th issue of Batman, and it wasn't ridiculously priced. Like I could have bought that. And to knowing that I could buy a book that came out in 1940, this is like 4th issue of Batman. The guy had it at your show, and it was.
I know. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
It just changed. Oh, and then Huckabone. crazy huckleberry. He was like, hey.
How about the guy who was next to me last summer? I think Mego Zilla with the old big gyms that were only from Europe and Mexico, and all the rare items still boxed. I mean, even things that I knew I wasn't going to purchase. It was just cool to see them.
It's cool to see them.
Okay, so you understand Zolocon then?
Yes, exactly.
You're going to see stuff regardless of.
I'm hoping people see it just at my booth alone and have that feeling.
But you can see it there.
Stuff last year, Seth.
Pardon?
All of you did. The only thing that I haven't said anything, but now that the Bronx has got double the space. Now he's literally gonna have like 400 Supermans in my book.
I hope I never have that many.
You got to stop buying them.
I didn't get a chance. Well, this is really the first chance I've gotten to tell you guys this, but so there were a lot of content creators after the summer show talking about something that we were really surprised by the reception that just Mego in general got from these independent content creators that put stuff on YouTube, have their own pages. It felt like every time we were looking at that, like people were like, wow, Mego, wow, so much Mego all in one place. So if you guys had a good time, I want you also to know that like there are a lot of, people out there that were really impressed with you, and we're just so happy to see you.
That's great to hear.
You know what? I actually have an answer for that. I know the reason for that. It's because, well, this is my theory anyway, because the new products coming out, and because they're actually here now. Mego's here now. They're like Paul. Like I said, Paul's going to be, doing something really big, in a week. But the point is that they're here now. Now it's like it's great for us, but we're collectors. So we've known about this since 2018. There are people that are just finding out about it now. The point is
we've known about it since 1975, brother. Come on.
Now that it's in the topic of conversation, so yeah, it's like
what's old is new again.
It's becoming relative again. It's coming back around.
Right.
It came back around for us, like I said, officially in 2018, but now it's starting to, all these waves. Now it's starting to sink in because why? Because people don't, it's because now it's starting to, it's so deep into everything. Now Mego's like 3 years ago mentioned Mego and people didn't know. I think now all toy people know, about Mego. It might be just the new stuff, or might some be only the new stuff, but still.
I don't know. I might be wrong, but like, there are just lots of monster people out there, and like, you're putting out like really, really awesome monster content. Yep. So like that's getting people started if they
absolutely.
Yeah, and it's still very reasonably priced too, so that helps.
Yeah. You can pick up
and seeing the return of like the Lincoln Monsters too. You know what I mean? Like outside of the Mego world, and you're seeing that world. It's like, keep bringing it, man. Keep bringing it. This is great stuff.
And back to your point, Krista, about the social media. Yeah. I can't even tell you how many people were emailing me on Facebook, Instagram, and everything weeks after the show, because they were like, I saw you on such and such video. I was getting orders for like 2 months after Zolocon. It was insane that it just kept pouring in. I didn't know who these people were. Like I saw you on this.
It's nice to be loved, right?
It is. It is. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Good stuff.
All right, guys. So
all right,
man. Hey, check this out. I'll see you guys in like
less than a week.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm gonna be like,
guys, I'm not ready.
Looking right into me in 5 days.
Yep. Cool. But yeah.
All right, we are signing off. We had
a
good time with you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Absolutely. See you guys.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Krista.
Appreciate it. Thank
you.
See you at Zolocon.
It was nice seeing you guys, and I'll see you in person soon. Take care.
Yep.
See you guys soon.